What's up, everybody? This is Ian at Dapper Cigar Company. I want to thank all of our fans over at CigarNoise and all of our customers at Small Batch Cigar for their support all these years. And now I have the extreme privilege of bringing in to you this week's amazingly entertaining, informative, and educational episode of CigarNoise Weekly. Enjoy.
Thanks, Ian, and welcome back to CigarNoise Weekly. I'm Dave, your host, and this week we are introducing a new team member to the team yet again. Sam has your wine and drink pairing. Dom gets weird for Father's Day. The Lounge Experience talks about Plume. Rich talks about dirty cigar marketing, and Ted's got your cigar of the week. So fire up your favorite Dapper, treat yourself nice on a Wednesday. It's time to make some noise. 4 days ago, Viaje released these Instagram pictures that I'm sure most of you will be looking forward to. The Summerfest will be available in 30-count boxes and rolled to Aganorsa. It's releasing this summer with the return of the WMD Weapons of Mass Destruction and the return of Skull and Bones Daisy Cutter with a new holographic band. And Halfwell reports that the Daniel Marshall and Fuente collaboration will now feature a gold-wrapped cigar at the behest of Carlito Fuente, and that they will be sold in a fully fledged humidor along with other goodies. But what strikes me as probably the most newsworthy topic this week is Saka's STFU Sampler. Not shut the fuck up, Saka's Taste for Yourself Sampler. It's probably the most ingenious marketing ploy of 2020, if not the last year or last few years. In order to prove that his Sober Mesa Brulee doesn't have a sweetened cap, he's offering a 5-pack sampler with the original Brulee, a sweet tipped cigar, and an even sweeter tipped cigar. Or cigars, we don't know yet. I'm pretty sure some goalposts are being moved around here, but the real story is, while we're playing checkers, Saka's playing chess. And next up, we've got Tyler, who's agreed to be our eyes and ears on the ground in Lake Country Cigars in Wisconsin.
Hey Dave, this is Tyler at Lake Country Cigars, and this week I asked customers here, what role, if any, does price factor in their purchases?
Well, now that I'm gainfully employed, no.
Yes, price does figure in.
So for me, price doesn't really influence my purchase of a cigar.
Cost doesn't really play too much into the equation for me.
Don't ask a question like that.
So yes, price does matter, but I'm definitely willing to pay a little bit more for somebody that I want to support and that's somebody I respect.
I finally figured out an answer. I have half my hair, save that money, and buy cigars. I can spend up to $14 a cigar.
You know, the difference between kind of like your average, cigar and one that you'd consider more expensive, outside of the really rare ones, is only, $18, $20. And in the grand scheme of things, that isn't that much money.
However, there's great sticks around that $10 to $12 to $13 range, and honestly, they're just as good as some of the more expensive sticks and some of the less expensive sticks.
Once you start getting over $10 for me, the quality of the cigar has to be greater each little increment you go up. So yes, I'm willing to pay a little bit more for that small person that's trying to start their own business and do things the right way. If it's over $20, it would have to be like just a super cigar, and I'd probably buy that maybe once or twice a year.
My enjoyment of the cigar is really all about my enjoyment. Regardless of the price, if I'm going to enjoy it, it's worth it.
And you can take that to the bank, because I'm a Notre Dame grad.
Isn't that great?
That's all the time we have this week. This is Tyler Jeffrey signing off from Lake Country Cigars in Delafield, Wisconsin. Back to you, Dave.
Thanks, Tyler, and for more, check him out at VSoHorny on Instagram. Sometimes it's not just about the cigar, it's about the overall experience, as some alluded to in the previous clip. Next, we're headed to San, who's got your wine and cigar pairings of the week.
Whew. Yes, Lord. So today I have the Siempre Sun-Grown from Dapper Cigars. And probably roughly about maybe 5 minutes in thus far. And I'm pairing it with the Magistrate Zinfandel out of Lodi Valley. Both are very good thus far. Immediately on the cigar, I get nice cinnamon, black pepper, floral notes. I'm also getting some honey and citrus a little bit on the retrohale, sweet tobacco, earthiness, and something that's a little bit nutty in there too. Oh man, in true form of a nice bold Zinfandel out of Lodi Valley in California, I'm getting huge big red fruit notes, sweet tobacco, black cherry, and a little bit of oak. These wines tend to be pretty bold and fruit forward. Dapper's Siempre Sun-Grown is continuing to give me cinnamon, some earthiness, and again, that continual sweet tobacco note. Man, Lodi Valley Zinfandel gives me smoky, sweet tobacco, oak, vanilla, fruit forward, red fruit, strawberries, raspberry flavors. And then the smokiness also lends itself to a savoriness. Think beef jerky. Pretty much all of this is due because Lodi Valley is very sand dominant soil and it's a warm climate in California. So it's going to produce very bold, rich, fruit forward wines. That thus far with the Dapper Siempre Sun-Grown, man, that is treating my palate well. Any wine and cigar pairing that makes you do a little body roll, it's a winner. Thank you, Dapper Siempre Sun-Grown, and to the 2016 Magistrate Zinfandel out of Lodi Valley for this week's Vino and Leaf pairing.
Thanks, Sam. Be sure to check her out at Vino and Leaf on Instagram for that and a whole lot more. Now we're going to Dom for his Father's Day tribute.
Ooh, mommy, what smells so good?
Well, since today is Father's Day, I thought I'd make your father his favorite dish.
Oh, goody.
Steamed fingers. Whoa.
Wait, did you say Father's Day? I didn't get him anything.
Oh, how dare you, you ungrateful child! Go now! Think about what you've done!
Nobody loves you!
I'm home, and wow, does something smell amazing! Oh, and here's my lady. Pork chop!
Oh, well, here comes trouble again.
Oh, come on, honey, it's not that bad.
I forgot Father's Day.
You forgot what? You're dead to me. I hope you go get smoked.
You're right, I've gotta go get smoked.
It's about time we get some alone time.
Oh, honey. Harold? I don't think Timmy needs to be awake for this. I'm taking him to bed.
What are they doing, Mommy?
Oh, don't worry about it, honey. Bring me another beer, will ya? I'm thirsty.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
What'd you think of it?
It's perfect.
Thanks, Dom. And for all that and a whole lot more, be sure to check them out at cigar_analogies on Instagram. And next we're headed to Rich, who's going to give us a down and dirty on a marketing campaign from back in the day.
In the late 1920s and early 1930s, Cremo Cigars ran an advertising campaign that they were the clean and sanitary cigar option for the cigar connoisseur. Now, they said this because their cigars were machine rolled, and what they said was a sanitary process. Okay, fair enough. But then they also said that your cigars that you might be smoking at the time were probably rolled in a shop by an old man with dirty fingers, dirty hands, and when he got to the end of that cigar, this nasty old man, he would put the cap in his mouth, lick it, and spit on it to seal it all up. That's pretty gross. So that was the advertising campaign that they ran. Now, they got in some trouble with this through the Federal Trade Commission. There were complaints there that this was just not true. It went to Congress, and it's in the congressional record. You can read about this advertising campaign in the congressional record. Pretty crazy. But then the question becomes, did this actually happen a lot? Was this a thing that happened? And from all accounts, I've read several accounts that said that at least sometimes it did happen. And some are even more contemporary accounts. So, just worth thinking about. They say your cigar passes through 300 hands, the tobacco in your cigar passes through 300 hands to get to you. How many mouths does it pass through? Hopefully, just yours. But depending on the time, the place, how your tobacco comes to you, who really knows?
Thanks, Rich. Be sure to check him out at MooCowRich on Instagram. And if you're wondering what the ladies at the Lounge Experience podcast are going to pull out today, you're in the right place.
Erica here.
Amy here.
This is TLE Podcast on CigarNoise
Weekly. Woo!
This week, we're choosing a topic, and I am agreeing, right? I disagree. No,
you're disagreeing.
I'm disagreeing this week with whatever topic we choose. So go for it, Amy.
All right. So, da-da-da.
No. Let's wait. Okay, now
I
you choose.
I feel like I can see it. Plume on cigars, okay to smoke. Fuck no! Why?
No. Why? You don't need any extra flavors on your cigar. See, with the plume on the cigars, I mean, you could be smoking something, very bitter. It plumes all over, even on the foot of the cigar. It's very bitter when you light it up. It's like, okay, I'm getting extra something that's natural but not natural. So why? I mean, there's no reason to smoke the cigar that has plume on it. There's no fucking reason. No matter if it's a lot or a little, you shouldn't smoke. No way.
So plume, it's definitely okay to smoke because what that means is that it's well-aged cigars.
I have allergies.
Well,
I have asthma.
It has nothing
so
to
why,
do with that. So
every time I smoke a cigar with plume on it, I get asthma. But if it doesn't have plume on it, I'm great. I'm fantastic.
Now, so what that means is that tobacco has been aged for a long time, where the tobacco opens up its pores and it allows to breathe that nice natural sugars that the tobacco has. So that is going to bring a little bit of sweetness to your smoke. It is definitely allowing your cigar to taste so much better because it means that it's well aged. Okay.
So you're saying that I have cigars that are 10 years old and they don't have plume on it. It's not well aged. Get out of here. Don't smoke a cigar with plume on it. Whether it's a little plume or a lot, it's still mold. No.
It is not.
No, just don't.
It is just so.
It is mold. You're saying it's not mold. It's so hard for her. But no, it's not. It is not good. Now you guys you guys have to choose. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Doodles!
Thanks, ladies. Be sure to check them out at TLE_podcast on Instagram and tune into their podcast that airs tomorrow every Thursday morning to learn their true feelings on the subject. And what I expect will probably be a little knowledge drop on this issue. Because remember, the rules are that one must argue for and one must argue against whatever topic they pull out of the hat. And last but not least, we're headed to Ted with your cigar of the week and last week's giveaway.
Hey, it's Ted with CigarNoise Weekly with your cigar of the week. But before we get to that, let's get to last week's cigar and a little giveaway. You can reach me at my Instagram handle at TedRunsAgain. And the first person that sends me a DM with the correct answer is going to get something from my own personal stash. So the question is this. Last week's cigar was named after a dog, but not just any dog. A lucky dog. Tell me who that dog is. Tell me who that dog belongs to specifically. Who does that dog belong to? First person that sends me the right answer, I'm going to set you up with some cigars. So this week's cigar, Dapper Cigar Company, El Borracho, Maduro in a Toro size. And give me just a second, I'm going to fire this up. Here's what you're going to find. You're going to find a lot of chocolate. You're going to find a good dose of pepper. You're going to find a lot of different variations of earth flavors, and those are the primary flavors that I've always found. Right out of the gate, like baking chocolate with just a little bit of pepper on it, and that like dark earth flavor. So yeah, every one of these I smoked is the same. That's good. Consistency is good. Something we all look for in our cigars. But El Borracho, let's talk about El Borracho. What does El Borracho mean? And why do a lot of companies insist on using names that, quite frankly, don't have good connotations? El Borracho means the drunkard, the drunk. And listen, let's talk about being drunk for a minute. Moderation is always a good thing. I'm not talking about moderation in consumption. I'm not talking about moderation in collecting. And so I just brought out a few of my favorites to show you. One of my favorites right there. Really good. Another one of my favorites. I like rums. This is a great rum. If you can get your hands on it. Another great one of my favorite rums. One of my favorite scotches right there. Another one of my favorite rums right there. So back to El Borracho, the drunkard. This thing has a pile of different tobaccos in it, and if you watch right here, starting in this video right now, you're gonna see a whole bunch of names flying by. Hope you're getting that one. That's a good one. But there's just a bunch of different tobaccos in this, and so while the blend isn't undisclosed, it's still kind of a mystery, because how much of each tobacco is in there, I don't know. Maybe El Borracho knows. Maybe El Borracho is the one that made this blend, and that's why there's so many of them. I don't know. But it's very good. 6x52 Toro. This cigar is going to run you between $12 and $13, I'd say, depending on where you get it. This cigar is going to be one that you're really going to enjoy, especially if you like chocolate flavors. You're going to find different nuances of chocolate from start to finish in this cigar. Dapper Cigar Company has done a fantastic job with this one. Looking for your message in my DMs on Instagram. Somebody's getting hooked up with a little pile of Aganorsa special smokes. We'll see you guys next week. Moderation in consumption, we'll leave that up to you, but not moderation in collection. Find a bunch of your different drinks, man, and try them out with some different smokes, and find those pairings that work really good for you. This is Ted with Cigar Noise Weekly with your Cigar of the Week, Dapper Cigar Company, El Borracho, Maduro. See you next week.
Thanks, Ted. Be sure to check him out at Ted Runs Again on Instagram. Until next week, remember, burn to learn, light it before you spite it, take no shit, and that isn't Plume. As we close our social media Cigar Noise hashtags of the week, I'd like to say thank you very much to all of our special guests, everyone that makes this show happen each week, and Tom Thorough for sharing his musical talent with us.
All right, should I just go now?
Yeah, just go. Oh shit, I stopped it. I thought you were done.
What little white little things?
It looks like clouds on a cigar.
We're done here.